one pot recipes are always the perfect choice when it comes to a busy weeknight, or if you are looking forward to make some delicious cozy meal. So in this recipe, I'll be showing you the simplest sweet tomato soup, which is going to turn out amazing. And yeah, it's going to be yummy. Yeah, and as you can see, we have around 8 fresh tomatoes. We have 1 tablespoon butter, 1 onion, 2 medium carrots, cooking oil, and we are going to be using some black pepper, uh, capsicum, and some coconut milk and salt. I will list them in the description box down below, and that means that this recipe is going to be super easy. Yeah, and prepping up the ingredients will take us very few minutes. And now I am going to be building up the flavor for my tomato soup by placing a pot over a medium flame and adding in 1 tablespoon of cooking oil. And if you have olive oil, you can still use it. Then I am going to add in my butter. Wait the butter to melt. If you don't have butter, it's okay, you can use margarine. And once melted, add in 1 large onion, chopped and diced. You can use white or red onion. Yeah, and you're going to saute the onion for about a minute. Add in a teaspoon of salt and give it a stir. Saute for about 30 seconds. Then we are going to add in our garlic and ginger and saute for around 1 minute until uh, the raw flavor of garlic is normal. And then you're going to add in your carrots at this point. And yeah, and also at this point, reduce the flames to medium low. Then you are going to slowly cook your onions, your carrots for around 2 to 3 minutes, and this is going to bring out the sweetness in the tomato soup. Add in spring onions leaves. Remember, carrots are a little bit sweet, and also when you slowly cook your onions, they release their natural sugars, hence you are going to get some sweetness. So the butter also is going to make the soup very flavorful. So just keep on stirring occasionally, watching over your pot so that nothing burns. Once the onions and carrots are ready, this is how they are going to be looking. We have a slight orange color from the carrots. Yeah, and if you have chicken stock cube, you can throw it in at this time. So we're going to saute the ginger, the garlic for around 1 to 2 minutes. And as I said, this is going to remove the raw flavor of garlic and make the soup very flavorful, because the garlic is getting to get very fragrant. This is what I am trying to say. I am already salivating because everything in the kitchen is smelling absolutely amazing. And while the garlic is cooking, I am going to be cutting up my tomatoes just by making a cross or an X mark, just like you've seen me doing in this video. Check on everything, and wow, the color, just wow. Add in our black pepper, paprika, and curry powder, and let everything cook for about 30 seconds. So now I am going to add in my tomatoes and give it a stir. Add in my red capsicum, yeah, at this time. And I am going to add in a glass of water in my pot. Yeah, I'm going to stir in, and the glass of water is going to help cook down the tomatoes. And I am going to be checking the seasoning. Yeah, by the way, it is very important that you keep on checking your seasoning, because if you want your dish to be super nice, you have to season it perfectly. So you are going to cover the pot, reduce the flames to low, and let everything simmer for around 10 to 15 minutes. Just keep watch over the pot because you don't want the soup to burn. If you notice that the tomatoes are cooked, you are going to proceed to the next step. If you have tomato paste, add in about 1 tablespoon. 15 minutes later, this is how your tomatoes are going to be looking. As you can see, the tomato skin is very tender. You are going to use a tongue and remove the skin of the tomatoes, or you can blend together with the skin. Yeah, I like how my tomato soup is coming up, and I really love this. This is how I normally remove the skin of the tomato, but sometimes you can blend everything together. So after removing the skin, as you can see, when the tomatoes are well cooked, the skin is going to come straight off. Check the seasoning once more, and as you can see at this point, the tomatoes are falling apart because they are super tender. So I am going to stir in, and I absolutely love how the tomatoes are looking. Yeah, my seasoning is perfect, and if you have acidity, please add in a teaspoon of sugar at this point. Yeah, the sugar stabilizes the acidity of the soup. Stir in, check the seasoning once more, and if it's not perfect, as I have said, please add in a little bit of more salt. At this point, everything is looking super lovely, and it has been around 15 minutes of slowly cooking my tomatoes together with the seasoning. So I'm going to be going to the next step, and at this point you have a couple of options, either to add in some coconut cream, plain yogurt, heavy cream, or you can enjoy the soup as is with no dairy at all. So now I am going to put off the flames, wait for my soup to cool for about 10 minutes, and use blender jar to blend everything together until smooth. If you have a hand blender, you can use it direct to blend up the tomatoes. It's been 10 minutes and now I am going to pick up my blender jar and put everything into the blender jar, cover it, and I am going to be blending my tomato soup at this time, and it is going to take around a minute to blend up my tomato soup. Yeah, so now my tomato soup is ready and I am going to place back my soup on my pot, then put it on a stove of a low flame so that we can heat up the soup once more, and it is super smooth, super silk. I absolutely love it this way. I am going to be serving my soup with some bread, so I am going to be toasting some bread as the soup is going to be eating up. Yeah, to serve my soup I am going to garnish with some coriander leaves, and I absolutely love how my soup has cooked perfectly, and I am going to be adding in coconut cream and my toasted bread. After adding in some coconut cream to my soup, it's fantastic, it's delicious, it's yummy and mouth watering. The bread perfectly paired with the soup, and the soup is going to be a crowd pleaser once you try out the recipe, because it's so good and it's made with very basic ingredients. Try it and thank me on the comments section. Enjoy your soup and thank you for watching this video. I don't take that time for granted. Be blessed, and always please remember to share with your friends and family, and I love you so much. Catch you in my next episode.